And speaking of topics, let's talk about the Hall of Fame that night. Mick Foley, Mankind, Cactus Jack, and Do Love got inducted to the Hall of Fame.
As I said on Facebook, extremely well deserved for Mick, and they didn't show it on Raw. They showed it on SmackDown, the actual video montage for him. And if you could see the video of how far he's come when he was back in the day, how skinny he was and how different he is now, and then going back from there, and in Japan, I'm sure Danny would mention that, Japan and
Definitely.
ECW, Cactus Jack and Mankind, even Do Love, which was probably not my least favorite one of his faces, but
I love the music.
I know you love the music. That's your music, but but I'm very happy for him, and I'm glad for him, and I say have Rock induct him, like do the speech for him.
That would be right.
I would say have Rock do it.
That would be the right guy to put up there.
Yeah, I definitely think have Rock do it, because he's going to entertain. That's his job. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. What do you think about Mick Foley getting inducted?
Long time overdue. Should I?
Well, Foley deserves, especially with all the stuff that he put his body through for WWE, including the Hell in a Cell and falling off the cage twice, and
He basically gave birth for Hell in a Cell.
Pretty much, and the brutal match between him and Rock, the I Quit match, and how brutal that was. It pretty much, he really is deserving of it. What about you?
Well, when I think Mick Foley, I always think the '95 King of the Deathmatch tournament. I generally, with that tournament, they really broke down some barriers.
Isn't that the one she showed us on?
Yeah, same one. Yeah,
that the one with what was it? Michael Myers or somebody?
The Leatherface.
Yes,
Leatherface. Yeah,
okay.
and those guys. Yeah, they went out there and they tore, and it came down to him and Terry Funk in the final round.
Okay.
It was awesome. I mean, he had.
Didn't Mick win that?
Yeah, he did win it. Controversially, but he didn't win it. I mean, it was, that's the thing about it. Like that in Japan, Mick Foley had several matches against,
If not the Rock inducting him, I would have been. If not the Rock inducting him, then at least Terry Funk.
Yeah, I agree. Terry Funk would be another good choice to induct him. With Mick, Mick really just broke a lot of barriers in terms of violence on American televised wrestling. I mean, the ECW was one of those companies that also kind of gave him that stage to do that, and a lot of places did. Mick was just that guy. He's been called everything from a glorified stuntman to just what's it called, an overrated jobber.
You know what you got to mention. You gotta mention the Socko.
Oh yeah, the Socko. Yeah. Who's the Socko? Yeah.
The Socko.
I'm pretty sure he'll be present at the ceremony.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then not only that, with the Socko, I mean, you thinking this is just, as they say, glorified stuntman, whatever. And then you realize how smart he actually is. I've read 2 of his books, and he is a great writer, and just he can still go to me. I think he could still go. He can wrestle.
Still does. Every once in a while.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Show up.
That's why I was so surprised.
Yeah, he can still
that's
go.
why I was surprised on Raw when the Shield was coming down. Why did he get out of the ring and let when they were coming down to the ring? Why did he get out of the ring so quickly? I mean, with Flair, when he got ambushed by the Shield, he put up a fight.
The time wasn't right. the time wasn't right.
All right, and I know we're talking about Foley, but going back to Raw right quick. Do we like the Shield?
Right now, I said that they're good. It's just that now it's gotten to the point where the whole beating down people is getting old real quick. They need to do something to spice things up again, or just get them in an actual match.
I already know Dean Ambrose is going to own it. I know how good Seth Rollins is, and Roman Reigns is going to go far, but just want to throw that out right quick. Daniel, right quick, Shield.
I'm still developing my opinion on that group.
Could they be NWO?
I have mixed feelings about it right now.
Do you think they could be NWO, or could they be Nexus?
Nobody can be NWO.
No.
Or NWO.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to resurrect that group because they just put out.
No, I'm saying, could they be like a version, like a style of that?
I hope
Or
not,
could they just falter fast like Nexus?
Well,
I hope they stay for a moderate amount of time because but see, at the same time, the last thing the business needs right now is a huge faction.
I think they do need a faction now.
I
think they need one now, like a new group of guys, because right now it's Shield and the 3MB, and I think we need like a big official one.
But see, the reason why I say that now, the reason why I say that I don't feel like there should be a faction right now is simply because of the fact that I look at right now when you look at Raw and you look at SmackDown, like. Who's in the main card? Who's your top tier stars right now, as it stands?
On both Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, who are the top guys?
You got
Cena.
Cena, Punk, Dolph. Now Del Rio. Sheamus. Orton. Yeah. Do you still put Rey there? Rey Mysterio?
He's not really top because he's mostly feuding with Sin Cara.
Yeah.
Well, not feuding, but teaming with Sin Cara.
Here's my thing. See, there are a lot of guys nowadays that are on the mid card and on the lower mid card that I feel that should move up. They need to. If it were left to me, I would take Cena out of the lineup for a while. I would take Show out of the lineup for a while.
Give him a long vacation.
Yeah, because
3 months.
They've oversaturated it. I mean, one of the guys who is underrated and underused, and they could do a lot with him.
I bet I know who you're gonna say.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
Let's see how well you know me.
All right.
Let's go for it.
Drew McIntyre.
No, good guess though.
Damn.
Actually, nobody's thinking of Yoshitatsu.
Of course, he goes with the Japanese
wrestler.
No,
because I wouldn't normally do this unless it was he's got something.
I know he does,
and they're not like I feel that Punk needs new meat, man. They need to start circulating some of these other guys in there. Punk is gonna if Punk's gonna do this run, we need more meat. We need different kinds of meat, different new different styles. Like everybody's kind of working the same out there. Like everybody's working the same style out there. Like we need some mixes, man. We need to give them something different.
Well, to add to that, I would also add Tyson Kidd, who was getting a push. Then all of a sudden they stopped and then started up again, and now unfortunately he's injured.
Out 8 months. That's what they're saying. He's out for like a good 8 months. Had to get surgery. Now he got injured at a house show, and then the very next show he wrestled on the same bad leg, and so they're saying he's gonna be out 8 months. If you're gonna put Kidd in there, you gotta put Gabriel in there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I think Gabriel could be a big face, right up there with like right up there with Kofi, but higher. Like I think Gabriel can be that high flying face that can easily have a great feud.
And they could use one.
Yeah, they could. I think they've tried it with Kofi. For some reason, it's not working with Kofi every time because I think it's crazy. Because I think a Kofi Punk feud would be great, but if they don't have that faith in him, then at least give Gabriel the ball. Because could you imagine a Gabriel Punk feud?
It would work very well. See, these are guys
You would be glued to Raw.
These are guys that they're not circulating. These are a lot of guys that they're just really not circulating in there.
Right.
Like Punk could be facing if I had a run like this going in my storyline where Punk had a title like this, man, we'd be having him face everybody around, man, build up the credibility. I mean, they're doing a good job. I'm glad they've let him hold it this long. Yeah. If it were left to me, I'd let him hold it for the rest of the year. We're just in January.
Oh,
they need a run like this. The company needs a run like this.
I'm pretty sure by Mania, he's not gonna have it.
Which is gonna suck because, in my opinion, I think he should just go ahead and hold it till somebody does come up that can carry the show. This guy should hold the title till December. Let him run again. Let him hold it.
Yeah. But in answer to what you were saying about Hall of Fame, like I said, Mick got it. Now, have you heard the rumors of who might also be inducted?
Yeah, the rumor is that King Kong Bundy is going to be the next one to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
How old is he?
Oh, gosh. Wow.
Seriously. He's got to be, 50-something? Maybe?
It's, he's up there, man.
I heard Scott Hall. Like, DDP's pushing for Scott Hall to get inducted.
He should.
Well, last time I heard, he's doing that yoga thing with Jake Roberts.
Yeah.
And best luck to both of them because they really need it.
Oh, yeah, Jake. How in the world is Jake not in there? J. Distinct Roberts, are you kidding me?
Here's my thing about the Hall of Fame in general. I've always felt that I understand WWE is a branded, publicly traded company. Like, I understand that they are a branded, publicly traded company, but here's my problem with it. Why does the Hall of Fame have to be a part of that brand? Why does the Hall of Fame have to be a product of the WWE? Why not? WWE has the stroke enough to do something great for the business. Why not make the Hall of Fame the Wrestling Hall of Fame? Get together with your competitors and form a Wrestling Hall of Fame. This isn't like the NWA where we're forming this board of committees who decides who's champion or not. This is just deciding whose accomplishments gets you, is earned an honor in the place of the Hall of Fame. Hell, baseball does this.
Well,
it'd
be funny. Baseball Hall of Fame is not a good example this year.
No, not this year.
I don't understand that whole not inducting anybody in there. To me, that's just a waste.
I think there was never official proof about Bonds. I mean, obviously he did it, but no proof. Like, I understand McGuire and Sosa, but nobody. And not even Piazza. I mean, I think Mike Piazza should have been inducted, but that's just me. But
but going back to the Wrestling Hall of Fame, I mean, how do you guys feel about that? They're just being a Wrestling Hall of Fame, for anybody in the business.
It's not even just the wrestlers. It's now you got celebrities getting inducted there because wasn't it Drew Carey and Barry?
At least with Fridge, he was actually in a match in the Rumble, but.
I get Tyson though. I understand Tyson.
And
I understand
Tyson.
Tyson and Fridge get a pass.
Does
Drew Carey, no.
Does Pete Rose get a pass?
No. Sorry.
All them moments every year with Kane.
I liked it with Kane, but really it wasn't enough to put him in the Hall of Fame.
I agree. It's kind of overdoing it, but still, I feel like
basically it was like a joke, because he can't get into the baseball Hall of Fame.
I gotta ask, do you see David Arquette getting inducted there one day?
Oh, God, no.
Do you see David Arquette getting inducted?
We're not doing that.
He's a former world champion.
I was thinking about that when I was watching the Punk DVD, and then Michael Hayes had stupidly said that Punk tarnished the World Heavyweight title. I was like, really, Hayes?
Michael Hayes is out of his mind. He'll be the first to tell you.
So you're going to say CM Punk, a guy who's bringing credibility back to wrestling, is...
Nearly took him quitting to finally get the respect.
And you tell me this guy... tarnishing the world title other than David Arquette and Great Khali as the World Heavyweight Champion is not diminishing the title. That's BS.
But I think WWE, you know how WWE is. They're a business. They're selfish. They're not going to be team players with the wrestling. It's going to be WWE Hall of Fame, And I would love for them to do that, talk with competitors and create an actual wrestling thing. If they do start building that, monument, building for it, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they should. They do have the money.
They have the money. It's just a drop of the dime to build a building. It's just a
drop
of the dime to have a facility to house a Hall of Fame for wrestling.
A facility and use that money to work with the competitors and build something so future generations can realize how great this was. But I don't see it happening.
There should, in my opinion, there just shouldn't be 5 halls of fame of wrestling, for different companies. It's monotonous.
I just think it's crazy how TNA has one.
Yeah, that's just everybody's doing it. It's like a dang trend.
One guy,
consolidate.
We love Sting, happy for him, but TNA having a Hall of Fame, it's really for real. I mean, and how is it? Why isn't Jarrett in there in that Hall of Fame? The TNA Hall of Fame.
I guess Jared didn't want to be the first because it would make him look like an egotistic person.
He built the damn thing. Of course he's going to be having an ego about it.
Yeah, but still, how people, how they feel about Jarrett. But, I just think it was kind of dumb just having one person. They couldn't add 2 or 3 more people.
I think it should have included AJ. From the beginning, AJ maybe. I know he's still going and all, but he's a foundation for them in that company. So AJ would have been fine with me, but I'm happy for Sting. Maybe even AJ and Raven, even because Lord knows when WWE's gonna put Raven in their whole Hall of Fame. I'm just saying,
And And speaking of TNA, let's talk about the big news.
Wait, before we do, one quick question. Speaking of Raven, do we see Raven and Sandman and Sabu getting inducted there sometime in WWE Hall of Fame?
Maybe.
Wow. Ew.
Maybe even RVD.
Well, RVD has a better shot as far as like. Well, I take it back. RVD and Tommy Dreamer.
Oh yeah, I forgot Dreamer. I can't forget Dreamer.
Dreamer can get in there, yeah.
But as far as like Sandman and Sabu, maybe. It just depends. If Shane was still there, I would say they would have a definite shot. But
Raven?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, you just don't know.
It's going to be down the road, though. I mean, it's going to be way down the road. RVD's got to be close to retirement now. It's
getting there.
It's starting to get there, I feel like.
I mean, he's not at that Tommy Dreamer stage. Like, you really shouldn't be doing it. He's still got it. But,
somewhat.
You know.
Yeah, somewhat. But it's going to be soon time to hang it up. I saw him at a recent show.
How do you look?
Kind of getting tired.
No.
Not tired. Maybe not tired, but he's starting to move slower.
Like, doing the same stuff. Like, nothing new.
Nothing new.
Oh, no.
It's kind of getting a little... It's kind of getting, I love the guy to death, but
I think he's at that point now. He'll stop when he wants to stop. And
yeah,
when he stops,
but then again, you go out to a house show, you do your routine, you get a little money. One thing I can't criticize RVD about doing routines that aren't new because, RVD's given us so much over the years. I mean, he deserves to be able to go around and just kind of throw his weight around and earn money.
Right.
That's the guy who actually did go out there and earn it. So if he goes out there and gives me the same routine, I'm not going to get mad about it. I mean,
how you feel about
I'm going to be entertained.
How you feel about the others, though? Like Raven, Sandman, Sabu, and them.
Sabu deserves a spot in every Hall of Fame. The guy ruined his life for the business. I mean,
Tommy Dreamer said it best. He should be a millionaire right now.
Oh, yeah.
Sabu should be a millionaire right now.
Sabu should be a multi-millionaire. And it's sad. It's dreadfully sad. All the places he's been, all the matches he's wrestled, all the bones broken, the flesh torn, the blood spilled, the footage that some of the matches he's done has been lost. Mm-hmm. It's sad. It's sad. But that's one of the things that I think he should be recognized for being one of the greatest performers.
Amen.
One of our greatest performers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all right. Before you go to the next final name, because he is retiring, Jerry Lynn.
I think Jerry Lynn has more than earned his right to be in every Hall of Fame. He is definitely a world class wrestler.
Absolutely, he is the reason why there is an X division.
Yes, and Jerry Lynn's one of the best. One of the best, man. He gave me some of my favorite matches.
All these years, he still looks exactly the same and can still go.
Some people age well.
Yeah, if he really wanted to stop, if he really wanted to keep going, he could keep going. But should all your opinion, you think?
Yeah.
Hall of Fame, Jerry Lynn.
TNA and WWE, but I doubt WWE would probably do it. But he deserves to be in both.